Happy Monday. Wow. Monday again. Monday again. All right. So, guess what? How about sharing our experiences about Mula Bandha? And, well, I should say my experience because I'm the one chatting away here. So, Mula Bandha and Shushuma and the subtle anatomy of yoga. What is that? What is that? I had the privilege of teaching to 11 beautiful souls yoga teacher training on Saturday. And the topic that I was chosen to teach was given to me by my lead teacher was Mula Bandha, and it's my absolute favorite. So, what is it? It's this psychic stream of Shakti that runs up your Shushuma, your channel. Because we have all these beautiful centers of energy that are spiraling in our body. And when we awaken the root chakra, the grounding starts from the feet. When we awaken that channel, it's palpable. You can feel it. And if you're just starting a yoga practice, this is all new and foreign. But once you start your practice and you gradually lengthen and open and expand your physical body, it naturally happens that this energy starts flowing. That's why we have more vitality, we have more clarity, we have a sense of well-being, our damp mood becomes elevated, and we offer this beautiful Zen to our fellow family, our members of the working environment. We are so bright from that stream of Shakti. So that's all that it is. It's starting from the feet, legs, root, moves into this power center. This is another lock, and then into the throat, and then up and out and in through the top of the head where we have clarity and the mind can stay in a place where it can receive higher thought, wellness. So it's all here. It's all contained in this vehicle, which is amazing. Your intuition, your gut, all of the answers, all the receptivity right here in this physical body. And it comes when we practice. Yeah, I think I just summed up what yoga is all about. So that's it. You guys ready to practice? Let's do it. Let's do it. This guy, he loves this place. Come on, Jackson. Up, 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 up. All right. So take a moment to just ground yourself in a forward fold. Teaching an hour class. You could stay the whole time. You could just do a little bit. Maybe you're in a chair at your desk and you say, hey, it's time. It's time to do some yoga with Ta. So come in and come into a forward fold and immediately start opening up your hamstrings. Lifting the hips high, belly lifts, ribs lift, arms relaxed. Good. So just hang out there for just a moment. I'm going to check something because I do have Zoom flowing. Let's see if anybody showed up in my Zoom class. Yeah. All right. Lovely. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Lovely. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So forward fold. You're still in your forward fold. Feet hip width apart, hips high. Oh my goodness. I say this every single time, but as soon as I start my yoga practice, it's like coming home to myself. Take a couple deep sighs, sink into your feet, rock your torso side to side, shake out the head. Light up the legs by pushing the ground away from you.
Shake out the head, yes. No. Release the arms. Walk the hands over to one side. Naturally letting the hips drop the opposite direction, bending into the opposite knee. Come back to center. Shake out the head a little bit. Other side. Walk the fingers over. Clearing out the sinuses already. It's starting this beautiful clearing in the head. Come back to center. Nice. Just step back. Step back with that left leg. Drop the left knee. Put the hands on the inside. Take a moment to straighten and bend that front leg. You can even rock your hips side to side, torso moving. Anything that feels good. Just getting started. Dropping the chin towards the chest, back of the neck. Great. Straighten that front leg. Walk the hands back. Tuck that left toe under. Sit back onto that left heel. Fire toes. This is Mula Bandha on the foot. That inner arch kind of suctioning in and up. It's a natural curve in the foot. Let the heart extend up and then melt down. Beautiful. Come back to that low lunge and just switch. Take that right foot back. Take a breath. Exhale, bring that right knee back and switch. Switch sides. Left foot steps up. A little bit of movement, experimentation, pushing forward and pulling back. Awakening the magic, that magnetic flow through your central column, moving energy up the spine, lengthening our meridian lines. Some more vital prana, the force. The prana is this source energy that's coming in through all of these meridian lines in the body. There's 72,000 of them. The same lines that the acupuncturists use to help the needles fire frequency through the needles. It's exactly what we're working. We're doing our own healing. All right, go ahead and step back. Child's pose. Knees can come apart. Set your hips back. Couple pulses. When you feel ready, just bring your hips all the way back. Shoot your hips back. Support the head, double fists, and rock the forehead side to side. Soothing the mind. Take 3 breaths together. Inhale, nose. Let it out through the mouth. Exhale. Wow. Again, inhale, nose. Let it out through the mouth. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, nose. Let it out through the mouth. Exhale. Great. Come back up. Take that left foot back forward again and come all the way back. And so remember, we did something like this on the other side. We forgot the fire toes. So fire toes on that right foot. Pull the toes underneath you. Sit back. Take a breath. Exhale, forward fold. Be gentle. You are not warm. Just getting a little bit of length to start our practice through that left hamstring. Gently come out. Pound out both feet. And then try is one of those funny words, but because I know how intense this can be for the toes, but if it does not work, you back off just the way I am right now. I'm on my hands and knees. And then gently set some weight right on those fire toes, which are the toes tucking under and the heels straight up. Eventually, you might be able to put your full weight on the heels. If you feel that. Good. Excellent. Letting the sit bones pull back, pause. So those locks or those seals that I talked about right at the beginning of class, that mula, right at the base. Hadn't talked about this. This one is your power center. You want to pull that in and knit those ribs in. At the same time, you're lifting up and out through the chest as your heart lifts up. You can even put your hands on your heart or your throat, feeling the throat, chin drop down. Last couple breaths. Toes are on fire. That's why we call it fire toes. Smile. Whew. Gently come out. Pound out those toes. Wow, so good. All right, spread the fingers wide. You're in wide press of the floor away from you. Tuck the toes under. Hover the knees. Shoot the hips back. You're in this plank. Engaging that central column. Sit bones back, ribs in, heart forward. Maybe a little chin reaches forward. Next breath. Exhale. First down dog. Hello. Home base. You can alternate your heels, right and left. Oh, wow. Couple deep sighs. Taking your time. 4 count breaths. 4 count in. Through the nose. And out through the nose. Just alternating heels. Good. Come back to center. Do tippy toes. Sit your hips high, slightly bent the knee. And really feel the hollowness in the belly. You can even round into the back a little bit and feel that as you tippy toe. Arms are nice and straight. Push into the arms. Tippy toe bent. Sit bones lift. Straighten the legs again. And then drop down through the heels. Nice. Awesome. Walk forward. Little baby steps. I'm crisscrossing my legs. Sometimes I feel like this variety of movement, alternating sides. So walking right and left. Keeping the head relaxed. All right, so obviously flexing hamstrings for me. So you might have had blocks or even just brought your hands up towards your shins or even your hands on your waist as you walk forward. Now you're in your forward fold, little rock. Letting your hips drop. Take a breath. Exhale to straighten it out. Couple more like that. Dropping the hips and straightening. If you want to add a little more, you can release the hands to the top of the head. Pause with inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to drop. Quick way to heat up, I have to say. Inhale. Exhale, your own timing too. Can go a little faster than me if you like. I like this mindful, slow movement. Last one. Beautiful. Heel toe the feet towards each other. Sit down into chair. Grab the hands on the knees. In fact, I'm going to come a little closer so you can see. Hands on the knees. And then circle out the knees. Just rotating right and left. Oh, yeah. That feel good? That's it. Right, left, into the hips. Keep breathing. That's it. Good. And then switch directions. You're rotating the other way. Good. Wow, love it. Okay, and then pause. Check the feet out. The ball of the foot sinks down. Inner ankle bones lifting. Drop the toes like I lifted my toes. Can you see my toes? I lifted my toes and then I dropped my toes. Grip. Sit back into chair. Feel the weight. Sit back. You want to keep the lock. Sit back. Sit back. Lean back. Arms are parallel to each other. Heart's lifting. Chin is slightly dropped. Sit a little lower. Hold. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Right arm to the right. Come back to center. Talk about a quick way to heat up. To the left. Come back to center. Mindful and slow. Center. Center. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one. Stay low. Last one. Last one on the side. Come back to center. Shoot the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Push back and forward fold. Navel in to the spine. Drop the chin down. Feels amazing. Again, I always say this, but you're along for the ride. The yoga ride. Jaws yoga. Shoulder stretch. Sink into the feet. And if your arms are not lifting, don't even worry. They can just be barely off the low back. If your legs are bent, that's fine too. Everybody has a different body. Good. Gently release the hands to the low back. Give it a little pound. Sun body. Nice. I'm coming back to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. High plank. High plank to down dog and back and forth. So I'm just doing little pulses, feeling the belly, feeling the movement through my central column. And so you create your own practice. What does your body need? What does it want? High plank, go ahead and pause. Ribs in, heart forward, out through the legs. Good, drop the knees. Let's do 5 push-ups. Take a breath, high to low push-up, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Come on down, drop the toes, heating up the back. Lengthen the belly forward, hover the toes, hover the hands. Good. Reach back for the ankles. And just bend the knees. This might be a stretch. And as you gradually become more flexible, you're able to reach for both ankles. So if you're at this place where you just need to reach for one ankle, do that. You can always switch. I know that this may be hard to reach back. Just know that you're still doing what you need to do for your body. Just honor that. It may look different than what my body's doing. Good. Gently release the feet. Tuck the toes under. Slide through for up dog. Through tabletop to down dog. Couple deep sighs. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale tippy toes. Heels high. Exhale. Rotate the heels to the right. Sink down into the feet. Inhale, come back to center, tippy toes. Exhale to the left. Spreading the shoulders wide, letting the head drop. Nice, come back to center. Sink down into the heels and step up. Could be one step, couple steps. Halfway lift, your hands can come high. Part of Surya Namaskara, salute to the sun. Inhale, heart extends out, strong straight legs. Exhale, pull back in, hands around the calves. Inhale, flat back to come up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Wow, let's do that again. Sit low. Inhale, scoop up the arms. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on back. High plank, low push-up. Can be knees. Exhale. Can be even a couple push-ups. Building up strength in the upper body. Slide through for up dog. This time look over the left shoulder. Back to center. Look over the right shoulder. Back to center. Oh, yeah. Through tabletop or straight legs, come into down dog. This time, one-legged down dog. Right leg comes up. Feel that left kneecap lifting. Lead through the ball of the foot on the right. I'm dropping my right hip just a bit. Ribs in, head drops. Lift that right leg a little higher. Bend the right knee. Bend the left knee. Open into that side body and turn. See if this works for you. Come into wild thing. Letting the hips lift high. Good. Gently come out into side plank. Again, you're along for the ride. Modified side plank. You can drop that right knee and lift the left arm. Absolutely cool. Or side plank, ribs in, lifting that left arm up. Excellent. Come back into down dog. You can even move through a flow there. You can go into your yoga push-up, into your up dog. Again, make it yours. Left leg goes high. Right heel sinks down. Kneecap sort of lifts on that right side. Left toes point down. Left knee points down. Lift it up. Kick it up. Navel in. Ribs in. Head drops. And then that's where the sweetness comes. The juice comes. You can feel it when everything lines up. You're like, whoa, there it is. There's the juice. Loving the juice. Juice meaning Shakti. Juice meaning prana. life force streaming, expansion through those meridian lines, through those nadis. Bend that left knee, bend that right knee, kind of round into the back so your navel's in, suction in, you have all that power, you're rotating that top foot, and then gradually this left arm comes up. You feel that? Find some power through the legs, then you can adjust the feet. Use the legs so that not all the weight is in that right shoulder. Nice. Look down, bend that right elbow. Just adjust so you have all that power through your body to turn into either modified side plank or stacking the feet. Side plank. Excellent. Right hand comes down. Up to you. Always these choices. My choice today, just a little bit of child's pose. You can do down dog, Chaturanga Dandasana, up dog. That was amazing. That woke me up. Yeah, woke Jackson up too. Beautiful. All right, I think I want to do that again. Come back into down dog. Let's walk up. Let's do the whole thing over. Halfway lift. Pull back in, forward fold. Gonna give myself some time in this gorgeous forward fold. Light up the legs by pushing into the ground, making sure the head is relaxed. Great. Hands on the waist. Inhale, come on up. Exhale. Hands at the heart. Notice these pause, these sweet pause in between the switch of breath. So as you inhale, you find a quiet spot. As you exhale, you find a quiet spot. It's what makes the work, the asana, so powerful, these quiet pauses. Sit into chair. Scoop up the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, use your opposite leg. Alternating high plank. Low push-up. Up dog. Down dog. Great. So again, as promised, right leg comes high. This time play with a little movement through that right hip. Have to move to the side. But as you drop that right foot back, kick it to the side. And again. There's some movements through those hips. Opening and then kicking to the side. Good. I'm coming back to my mat. Just switching sides. Take that left leg high. Let that knee bend on both sides. You feel your navel into your spine. You feel the Uddiyana Bandha, which is that the ribs kind of knit in a little bit. And then kick it to the side. So you want your core to be engaged and strong. It's easy to lose it right through your chest and just go give it all away, but you want to suction all of that in so you have power. In fact, we'll do side plank again. That will help remind us about that power. I even have my eyes closed, just exploring all of these lines. This side is a little bit more touchy-feely. It feels like it wants a lot more. All right, so side plank as promised. Bring that left foot down, pivot on the feet. I'm gonna go right side, right hand first, right side first. Drop to the right side, right elbow. Hands a little bit ahead of your shoulder, and your inner arm is fully pointed straight ahead as you lift. Might even play with that top leg. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Maybe even come behind you. Use your legs, lift. Good. Coming back in. Pause in down dog. You can even take a break. I'm going to take my right hand, left ankle. You can see this is real practice. Just talk through it. Good. Now, side plank on that left side. So notice I moved my left hand forward just a bit. Rocked onto that ankle, knife edge side of the foot. Maybe even lengthen to that foot away from me. Right arm comes up. Whole different side. Right leg comes up. Notice natural curve in the back. Still have the power through my central column. Drop that right foot behind you. Use the legs. Adjust if you need to. Right elbow slightly bent. Muscles right into the bone. You need to be careful. Pay attention to what you're doing. This arm is vulnerable in that position, so be careful. That was awesome. So now left hand, right ankle just seems natural to want to move this off pressure and come to the right ankle. Again, this is my body. These are just suggestions. You do what makes your body feel amazing and not to go too far. Nothing to prove. It's not a competition. The purpose of yoga is to awaken your inner love, right? Your inner nurturing. You gotta nurture yourself. Child's pose, perfect place to do that. Go right into the third eye. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale. You can let it out with sound as well. Inhale, nose. It's all an exploration. Exhale. Good. Now go ahead and reach the hands forward. Active palms, active elbows. Drop the head, forehead down. Feel it in the mid-back. Walk the hands to one side. Stretching out. Right hand on I'm off to the left, so my right hand is on top of my left. Try to surrender into the side body. Come back to center. And the other side. Quietness right into the third eye. You can feel the darkness, that void, that place of stillness. Come back to center. And onto forearms. Great way to measure the forearms. Let me just sit up so I could show you. Measure the forearms by just grabbing the elbows, and then that's your place. How it comes right off underneath the shoulders. Setting up for Dolphin. Okay, so elbows underneath the shoulders, hands under, fingers lift to spread out the wrists, skin underneath the wrist. Press into the elbows. Again, it's easy to sag into that Uddiyana Bandha, which is that flying bird lock. You want to pull it in. Shoot the sit bones back. Open up the chest. Tuck the toes under. Even out the elbows. I know a lot to think about, but it all becomes habitual once you start practicing. Sink into the elbows, hover the knees, and then maybe you can lift your hips high and walk your toes in towards your elbows. And then the practice just progresses. Maybe you want to progress to lifting one leg up. Staying light. And then the other leg. Letting that lift up. Beautiful. Gently come out. Let's take a moment just to sit tall. Soften the feet. Setting the torso up, which helps release the neck. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Drop the chin down towards your chest. Elbows towards each other. And rock side to side. And then back up. And back down. Chin down to the chest. Elbows towards each other. Rock side to side. Wow. Amazing. Good. In fact, come up and stand on the knees. We've been doing quite a bit of wild thing. And so the low back may really feel the sensation of opening in through this camel pose, which I think is great. Just happens organically through your practice. These sort of layers that occur. So supporting your low back, letting your ribs stay central column. Think of that tube running up through the chest into the throat. And maybe you could reach the heels. Guess we're having a back bending class. Heart lifts. Good. One arm comes up, chin comes down. Look to that opposite side. Come to center and then switch. Other side. And then do that one more time. Back to the foot. This time look up. And then the other side. Chin up. Heart lifts. Wow. So good. I'm loving it. I hope you are too. Yeah. Sit back. Sit back. It's amazing. So amazing. I'm feeling that elevation, that mood elevation. I can feel it right now through this halfway point. And that may be plenty for you. You know, you can lay in Shavasana and that would be satisfying and all is well. Move on to the next, transition to the next, or stay a little longer with me and we'll work hips, a little bit more hips with that back bending. Yeah, just you're in control. You are always in control. Tune in. What is it that my body wants? What is it that I need right now? What would make me feel good? When you train yourself to think this way and you don't power through and you stop doing things that you don't want to do, the universe brings you more things that you like. It's really simple. But yeah, that's how it works. That's the law of attraction. It's all based on your emotions, on your emotional body. So the better it is, the better it gets. The better it gets, the better it gets. Okay, and staying in alignment. All right. Skull shining, Kalabate. Some movement through this Shushuma, starting from the base.
It's like blowing out a candle. Every time you blow out, your belly comes in, suctions in, right from the really like that trampoline, that perineum, that triangle place from the root up. Okay, we'll do a set of 30. Take an inhale and pump. Great, just feel it. Beautiful. All right. Coming into tabletop. Just go a little cat-cow around the back, push into the hands. Drop the navel down. Good. Cat-cow. And last one. Great. Tuck the toes under, push into this plank. So if the knees are just hovering, navel's in, hips back, all that activation through that central column. And then up you go, down dog. Step up with the right leg. Back foot plants at a 45. You can use your hands to come up. I like that support. Coming up to stand. This is where we need all of our screen. So coming up to stand, straighten both legs. Take that right hip and pull it back. So that lower belly's lifting. You find all that power. Just like a bar is going through your hips. Your hips are facing forward. Grab the elbows. Go ahead and lift up through the chest, even out the feet. Let the heart lift. You can also do this in reverse prayer. Lower belly, ribs, chest, leaning back. Nice. Chin comes down. Hinge at the waist. So that's that mula that I was talking about. So I'm going to put my hand on my low belly and shoot my hip back. Activate this back leg. Feel the hollowness in this belly. In fact, that little bit of playtime here to see if you can grab that central column. You'll know when you wake it up. You can sense it through the inner lines of that right hip. Go back to my elbows. Drop the chin down, ribs in, lean forward. That's about it for me. My right hamstring screaming says stop, stop. Checking with the head, ribs, shoulders. Release the hands and let's take the arms up. And I guess I'm going to bend my front knee, keep that belly lifted, see what happens. Drop, drop, lift. Keep the integrity of the Mula Bandha, that engagement of the central column. So you may not be able to go all the way down. In fact, you might want to even adjust to make sure you still have it. Release the hands. Now melt over, see what happens. See if there's more sensation in that belly. I know it's meticulous. Extremely helpful though.
Awesome. All right, hands on the inside, come into the center, drop down. Bend the knees, and then lift the hips high. Let the shoulders roll up the back. So bend again, shoot the hips back, navel, ribs, and drop. Hold. Outside of the feet are parallel to each other. Engage the mula bandha on the foot, meaning that inner ankle bone's lifting. You can even grab the ankles and give that a pull. Nice. Halfway lift. Hands on the waist. Push into the feet. Light up the legs. Come all the way up. Isn't that amazing? Woo! Let it go. Let it go. All right, we're going to turn to the other side. Right foot over to the right. Left foot turns. Again, you can bounce a little bit. Find that middle place. Right hips forward. Lower belly's lifting. Activate the legs. Can either grab for the elbows, you see that? Or reverse prayer. Again, in this class we're focusing on that lock, that root lock, and into, see how that adjustment, and into Uddiyana Bandha. You can let it go, or you can pull it in and lift up. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Sometimes even looking down, check out your feet, check out your legs. Each day is different. You can try reverse prayer. Lift up, lift up. Ribs in, heart lifts. Lean back. Elbows pull back. Push into the palms if you have a reverse prayer. That's about it. You don't want to force it. It goes to where it wants to go. Okay, lift. Activate that front mula on the foot, kneecap. Hollow out the navel. See where it goes. Lean forward. All of these movements are very helpful. They start opening and expanding new lines. Okay, I encourage you to explore. It's a great way to practice. Because then you have more power. This side has more power to lean a little bit deeper. There it is. Okay, interlace your fingers. Lift those up. Maybe go a little deeper. This might be where you lose your mula, but you know you'll get it back. It doesn't happen to be engaged the whole time. This side is a little stronger. Interesting. I feel like I have it. Release the hands. Extend your hands down. Over that left thigh. All right, did it. Walk to the middle. Even out the feet. This time, bring your torso over to the left side. Left side, and pull torso all the way over. Just glorified stretching of those hamstrings. Come back through center. Other side. Nice. Turn to the front. Let's go through a little flow. Straighten it out. Bend your knees for Chaturanga. Take that down nice and slow. 1, 2. You can do straight legs too, or a couple push-ups. 2 up dog. Feeling good. Little play times, right and left. I'm loving it. I hope you're loving it too. Yeah. Along for the ride. Amazing. So good. Some movement side to side. You're on all fours. And then puppy pose. Or a twist. Okay, drop the forehead down. Lift that right arm. And then thread the needle. Bring it underneath and twist. Whatever feels good. I'm using my left hand on my hip crease to push that back, which is helping to open this whole left side, left ribs. Top arm can come around. Left leg off to the left. All just little creative exploration, stacking, one on top of the other. You can unwind, come to your elbows, feel this inner groin, stretch it out. It's how you create your own personal practice. You just do stuff with your body, see what it feels like, right? That's it. It's your own prescription. Okay, come back into down dog when you're ready. I'm going to turn around for you. You're back into puppy pose. Walk the hands forward. Hover the left hand. Thread the needle. You want to bring it all the way underneath. I'm using my right hand for support. And what did I do on the other side? I used that right hand to sort of push that hip crease away from me. Combination of self-massage and yoga. Once I found some secure stability on my left knee, tucked my right toe under, lifted the knee up, leaned to that right side, walked the right foot off to the right. Felt amazing. Just shifted the posture a little bit. Still using that right hand, open up the hip. Epitome of a yoga pretzel, right? Good. So go where your body stops, Unwind. Came to the elbows. Felt a little more on the inner groin there. Awesome. Good. And then take a break. You can move through your flow. You can hide a little push-up, dog, down dog, or go right to child's pose as well. I have my computer talking to me, and I will tell it to remind me later. Good. So back into your child's pose after you move through that vinyasa flow, right? So you're in your down dog, you're in your child's pose. Take a moment just to pause. I like double fists. Gosh, it just goes by so fast. I just checked the time when I went up there. It's already been an hour. So I'm going to turn onto my back, play with my block for bridge. Plant the feet, lift the hips high, support your back. Nice counter stretch to that forward folding. Can do a little hip opener. Do a little lift. Right leg high, left leg straight. switch. Left leg high, right leg can even go straight. Stretches the front of the right hip flexor. Notice how calm you are after doing about an hour of yoga with breath. Pretty amazing. It's what it's meant to do. I'm taking my block a little higher because there's 3 levels. There's that low level, medium, and this is the high level. You can also do this on a ball if you have a ball and you just want to lay on your round, medium-sized ball. That's excellent as well. Great way to end your practice. So counter stretching, all that forward folding that we did, really important. Let that roll down. Take your feet about a little wider than your hips. Inhale. Exhale, knees drop to the right. Left arm can come up above you. You can take that right hand and pull to stretch it out. Come back up to center. And then switch sides. Knees drop to the left. Take that right arm and pull it up. Really good. This is the tighter side, so it's like it's sort of talking to me. It's saying, what? It's a good talk. It's a good talk. Right into that hip. Awesome. Come back to that center place and then find some Feldenkrais. This is Feldenkrais where you're taking your feet, you're pushing into your feet and lifting you back slightly and then letting it drop. If you notice, it lengthens the spine. Surrender, it's release. Any resistance that you have, any tightness you have in that low back, it's letting it go. Every time you drop it down, you let it go. You can even feel adjustments, so subtle adjustments in that bone of the sacral, that triangle bone. Really good. All right, so option to straighten the legs, of course, or broken bridge where your knees come together and your feet apart. You can use your block right underneath your neck to give your neck a nice satisfying massage from that crease of the block. Just go right and left. Keeping the zen, keeping that peace, feeling the Sushumna lit up with prana, that central column, your hands warm from all the movement. Your ujjayi, that ocean breath that we were breathing, that audible breath. Now you're letting that breath just be soft and quiet. You're just rocking your head from side to side on the crease of the block, on the corner edge of the block, right underneath the nape of the neck, where the skull meets the neck. So nice. All right. You can take that out. Use your blocks for support underneath your hamstrings. They're away from you. Make sure you're using your hands for support and not using your back to get up. There it is. So then take these blocks and support. Use your hands. Support. Use your elbows till they back down. And then support your hamstrings, one, the other. Good. Take 5 minutes in Shavasana, corpse pose. You're practicing conscious dying, dying with awareness, dying with focused body awareness. So right now, your awareness can be, my whole body is laying on the ground. My body is laying on the ground. I feel my body laying on the ground. And just letting be heavy. Sensations of heavy. And letting the breath just be quiet and still. The jaw and the face relaxed and soft. And of course, you're in your own space. You can stay. You can stay as long as you like. But when you do come out, make sure you go really, really slow. Okay? Your knees come up and your body turns to one side. Use your hands to come up. And then once you're up, take a deep breath. Inhale. Namaste. Gotta love it for real life. All right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the replay. I love you. A whole hour and 5 minutes. All right. Let me know. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. All right. Namaste.